moment. Each moment brings another event with cataclysmic implications and consequences. And the guy at the center of it, the instigator, the catalyst of all this chaos and confusion, he's just out there TGIFing it. Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, see you soon. Not if I see you first. Boom, boom, boom. Just look at Venezuela. We took it over, what, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago? I don't remember. Meanwhile, our State Department says if you're an American, there are armed gangs in Venezuela trying to kill you. So you would think that maybe this calls for a little gathering in the Situation tent or wherever is operationally right for talking about Venezuela right now. But the president had a different idea.
President Trump convening top oil executives at the White House to talk about divvying up Venezuela's oil.
What the f*** is happening? Yes, a meeting of all of the most important stakeholders. Exxon, Chevron, Halliburton, and of course, the guy from Dune who lives in the oil. By the way, I think you can tell I don't use that treatment. And by the way, lest you worry, that Donald Trump is in any way so many lives. Let me reassure you.
Here we are. And in fact, if you look, come to think of it, well, I gotta look at this myself.
Meeting on possibly the collapse of a petrostate. Look at that face on that poor general. He's making it sounding like old Paul. Ain't so cute. You should see him when the ice cream truck goes by. This meeting is the moment for you funny ballroom acting out. All the gangs are running free from both of the countries you say you love. But go ahead. Take a moment to look at what might be through the window of Disney chaos. All it takes is imagination. By the way, look at the window. And you haven't done enough of a darling old man. Old Campbell's indeed has one more chewable tongues up his sleeve.
You're all going to do very well. I think really very well. Marco just gave me a note. Go back to Chevron. They want to discuss something. Go ahead. I'm going back to Chevron, Marco. Thank you, Marco.
Does anyone else have a private note they'd like me to read aloud? Anybody? Now, by the way, there was an oil company, Exxon, that expressed some reservation about investing money in rebuilding the infrastructure of a country that is, and I quote, not ours, and is somewhat volatile at the moment. How did the president handle this somewhat rational cost-benefit analysis?
I'd probably be inclined to keep Exxon out. I didn't like their response. They're playing too cute.
They're playing too cute. You just made yourself the president of Venezuela on Wikipedia. But they're the ones that are being glib. Do you see how f***ed up everything is right now? First of all, I have to defend the good faith of an oil company because they don't think they can safely extract another country's resources in as cost-effective a manner as might benefit their shareholders. Who am I anymore? And by the way, Donald, why are you the president of Venezuela? Doesn't your oath of office to America non-compete? What are we doing? Were you just trying to pick up a few extra hours for the holidays? Hit you hard? I just need a little couple extra minutes for February, March. And ballrooms not going to pay for itself. Meanwhile, in Iran, protesters are tired of the totalitarian rule of the mullahs and have been gunned down in the streets. Protests and violence have broken out throughout that country. It is chaotic and fragile. So we are thinking about stepping in. That's right. The president of Venezuela.
It's so strong. So, I mean, if they did that,
I have options. Did you hear what he... I have options. Not Congress. Around the world. He just wants to take a little more time staring out the window before he lets us know what the hell he wants to do. The most confusing thing about his reason for intervening in Iran is his reason.
President Trump has warned of striking Iran if the regime kills protesters.
there seems to be some people killed that aren't supposed to be killed.
We may have to bomb Iran to prevent Iran's government from shooting protesters. Look directly into camera with an expression of half bewilderment and despair. P.S. John, don't read this part. And if that's not enough, in the middle of all this,
We are going to do something on Greenland, whether they like it or not. I would like to make a deal, the easy way, but if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
it's Greenland! Based on my knowledge, everything there is done the hard way. You know when you order food in Greenland, Uber Eats takes 8 days. And they don't deliver over fjords. So the point is, people, don't fill up on Iran and Venezuela and Minneapolis. You gotta save room for this other invasion. It's like a whole mukbang of catastrophic possibilities. It's exhausting. This is all just 1 weekend. Why do we even need Greenland? And why do we suddenly need all of Venezuela? And whatever is buried under Greenland? What is he?
Come a little closer.
Are we broke? Is that why we have to do all this? Did you lose your job? Did you somehow Trump casino the United States? Because if the country needs money, we can all get second jobs. We'll all be presidents somewhere if Wikipedia will have us. I don't understand. Why do we have to take over Greenland?
If we don't do it, Russia or China will take over Greenland, and we're not going to have Russia or China as a neighbor.
Already, Ernie, this is where Greenland is. Russia's closer. Unless in your mind you think Alaska lives in a box next to Hawaii. No, I get it. We don't want Russia or China to take over Greenland. Oh, you know what we could do to deter it? Not through arrogance or conflict, but what if we form Denmark and Greenland? We can include all the North Atlantic nations. What will we call this? Like a North Atlantic treaty organization. I don't know what we could, I guess we'll never know. But again, since we all now dance to the tune of one piper, you have someone else's plan. And please, if you would, irony-proof your answer.
I'm a fan of Denmark, but the fact that they both land there 500 years
Try not to enjoy this too much.
on the land.
You're in for a little shock.
Someone pass him a note. land to the people who are already there. Not for you to then take it because you've got a bigger boat. You're doing some weird reverse woke land acknowledgement. I would like to acknowledge Greenland sits on colonized and conquered indigenous people's land. I would also like to say dibs. It's not like anyone on your side takes the effort to convince all of us on the United States of policy. It all just appears to be like a lazy Susan, a vengeful kid. How all-powerful man is. Did you know that Trump doesn't like federal reserve chairman of power? Trump wants to dictate our country's interest rate. Now just pour your own power. Now you've got him looking like he's broadcasting from down there.
Department of Justice served the Federal Reserve in grand jury proceedings, threatening a criminal indictment related to my testimony before the Senate Banking Committee last year. That testimony concerned in part a multi-year project to renovate the historic Federal Reserve office building.
Can someone get this little a glass of water? And by the way, I don't feel good about this next joke, but I'm about to do it. It's not politically correct. It's just inside finance. So anyone who doesn't listen to Pittsburgh career in the morning, just leave it. Wow. He's charged like that. It appears the chairman of the Federal Reserve having a liquidity crisis. Self-determination and constitutional and public principles. Reasonably have questions. But when the American people raise those questions,
What a stupid question. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? It's a stupid question. Terrible question. You are a terrible reporter. You're a terrible person and a terrible reporter. You know nothing about nothing. You're fake news. Quiet.
how dare we? How dare we? How dare we question his excellency? I don't know what we were thinking. You know what? We owe you an apology, sir.
Looking for a fight?
Mr. President, sir, we are so deeply sorry to have questioned your singular and delicate genius. It's just that this is a kind of an adjustment for us because we've all been raised in the American system of government. I'm not going to get into the weeds with it. 3 co-equal branches of government, checks and balances, something about quartering soldiers. I think it's quartering. It's in cursive. The Q could be a P or an S. The point is this. That's what we've been operating under for the last 250 years. If you want to learn about it, President Trump, you can ask all your acolytes. They say they keep it in their pockets. I guess it's kind of a relic. So just have to give us some time to adjust to this new world of total compliance so we can understand the rules. Because, it's confusing. Like, for instance, we all watched the footage of January 6th. But I think we may have gotten a very different interpretation of it, rather than the correct interpretation of it, which, of course, is yours. So help me out here. We'll play a game. On January 6th, a bunch of...
They were peaceful people. These were great people.
Went to the Capitol.
Peacefully protesting a stolen election. I have never seen such spirit and such passion and such love.
But while they were there,
Capitol Hill police officers instigated the violence that day.
so the people we saw earlier beating the shit out of police officers were hardworking, loving people provoked by law enforcement. And ultimately, they deserve a
Full pardon.
got it. Don't agree that's what actually happened, what should have happened afterwards, but at least it sets a precedent. But now let's jump ahead, I don't know, a day. To January 7th. We've all seen that footage. I think I know what I saw that day too, but let's go through it again with the correct interpretation. On January 7th, a
Highly disrespectful.
Deranged lunatic woman.
Professional ICE agitator, domestic terrorist,
did what?
this woman used her car as a weapon
And tried to run over an ICE agent.
An attempted murder.
And so she was
shot and killed.